What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Taking down another man doesn't build you up. And I was thinking about that. Because you know how some fellas be going against somebody else or trying to say, well, they ain't this, they ain't that. How's that helping you? Seriously. Because I've seen it with dudes coming for me. I've seen it with dudes coming for other content creators. If you don't like what they're saying, don't watch them. But even more, how is taking them down or trying to put them down make you feel better? It might make you feel better for a second, but it's not. How's it improving you? How's it making you into a better person? Because at the end of the day, you in your own lane. You notice I never really go after anybody. I don't go after anybody. At least by name, right? And even by concept. I go by the whole concept. I never pick out individuals. Because it doesn't help me. I was thinking about that because there was one person I was thinking about going after hard, but I was like, how is this helping me? They ain't helping me. But see, you got a lot of people, instead of working on themselves, instead of doing their best, they think taking down somebody else will help them. But then they ain't shit. They ain't got nothing going on. And really just being jealous of somebody else and what they're doing. But it's not helping them to become a better person. I'm going to tell you what, we all got our own lanes. The only person we need to worry about is the person in the mirror. And you can call this just some life game, not even just in terms of getting women, but just in life. How is hating somebody or hating on somebody helping you? How's that helping you? How's that making you better? Even if you try to talk trash about that person to someone. Here's an example. There's been many a time I've seen some dude try to break down another man in front of a woman, thinking they doing something. All that's doing is made the woman curious. I remember that happened in one social circle I was in. Everybody was telling this woman to stay away from this guy. Saying all this bad stuff. That made her more curious and stuff. He ended up hitting it several times. And everything, because then she got curious about it. Everybody was trying to break him down instead of just being quiet and just letting stuff happen. And that's just going through life. How's that, how's talking trash about somebody really helping you? Now, I'm dead serious on it. Think about it. What's that really doing for you? How's saying something bad? You got to ask yourself, what's that helping you? It might make you feel better. It's like, yeah, I said this about him. But then that other person one, might not know who you are. Two, might not care who you are anyway. Three, they still doing their own thing. Because, going through life, it's all about what you can do. What you can forward, what you can make happen. It's about you. Now, if somebody's coming for you, they're getting in your way, then you do something about it. But a lot of times they not. You get this a lot online too. You get a lot of trolls. They'll try to come after somebody, but one, they helping the content creator make money by even comment. And they ain't stopping anything. I've yet to see a troll stop somebody from commenting or from doing what they're doing. Shoot, even some dudes, some content creators even, they welcome it. Shoot, some of them give some time for them to say something. And they still doing their thing. I'm like, well, what was the point of talking trash about them? And I'm serious. If you trying to, because every man, and this might, you could put this in with my sovereign man thing, or even masculine man thing, whatever the case, they the same thing really, but that's another conversation. What is that really doing? Because as a man, you doing everything you're supposed to do. I was thinking about it. I'll use myself for an example. I done did everything. All my dreams, everything I wanted to do, I've done. I'm making up new dreams. I'm finding out new goals because I done did everything. Right? Like somebody might try to come for me, but my question to them is, what have they done in their lives? What have they done? You sitting there watching somebody else do their thing. You don't want to be that man. You want to be focused on what you're going to do in life. You want to be focused on your mission. Your mission. This goes beyond even getting women. You want to focus on what you're trying to do in life. Think about what you're trying to do in life and then stay focused on that. Don't worry about everybody else. Don't worry about being jealous of the next man. If they doing their thing, they doing their thing. One, you really don't know what they had to go through. Two, does it help you? How does it help you? How does it help you? Even if you looking at that person as a role model, as a hero, at the end of the day, you still got to do your own thing. I want y'all to think about that, because I see too many men that really going out here doing the things they could be doing. They worried about some other shit or some other person, and it's like, for what? Like, you got guys out here, like I talked the other day about guys worrying about how another man looks. That's how that man look. Only worry about how you look. With that, even if that man is drawing attention. Yeah, that man's going to draw attention because of how they look and everything, but then there's some women who going to like how you look, and you just different. It'll be like, okay, that's how you look. You ain't fine. You don't have to worry about it or try to emulate him. Because that, to me, that's low self-esteem. That means you don't feel good about yourself. Be who you going to be. This you. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool. They doing that. All right. I get the rest. This how I look. This how I feel about myself. You don't worry about that. Too many men worried about like somebody else's looks or admiring that shit. I'm like, for what? How's that helping you? Is that helping you in any way? Nah, it's typically not helping you. It's not helping you do anything. So you got to be like, well, hold up. Let me focus on what I need to do. Let me focus on myself. Like, really, every man ultimately got to be self-centered to a degree. I'm saying to a degree. You got to worry about yourself. You can't worry about that next man. Only time you need to be concerned about that next man is if that next man is actively trying to stop you from doing your thing. And then you deal with it, but you still do your thing. I want y'all to think about that. And this ain't going to be long today. This ain't going to be long. Cut it a little short. But it's a lesson, because I see too many men out here in the world, they jealous of another man or worried about what that other man's doing, or, and which I heavily criticize, worried about how the other man look. Only person you worry about on this planet is the person in the mirror. You worry about that person, what that person is doing, what that person is about. Worry about what your mission is. You got to go for your dream. Not your dream, not that other person's dream. Because the time you spend trying to put that other man down or worried about what that person's doing, you could be working on your shit. I want y'all to think about it. And I actually got a sit-down video like along these lines coming next week. But I was just moved to do that today. Because I see people worried about this and that. Uh-oh, it's Po-Po. How you doing, Po-Po? Anyway. There's always a Po-Po around here. That was my Po-Po to see for the day. Anyway. Seriously, if as a man, you worry about creating your own space, your own reality, what you going to do. You know, you don't worry about the next man. You don't worry about how the next man looks or anything like that. And don't hit me with something like, well, you just admiring or something like that. That's that next man. He got totally different genetics than you do. Because one of the things too, while you admiring that next man might be admiring you. You need to focus on yourself. You need to be self-centered, and you need to be like, look, I'm gonna get my thing together. Because how is worrying about that other man, either hating on that other man or shoot, even admiring him beyond an extent. Like, you can look at somebody and say, okay, I like what they're doing. They're a good role model. But then they just providing a direction. You still got to do it for yourself. Every man got to do it for himself. We got too many men in society. There's too many complaints about men not doing this and that, and not just from women. You know? You got people complaining about saying, well, the men ain't standing up. They ain't doing this and that. And yeah, there's some people who complain about what men are doing. Well, I say let them complain. Let them complain. Yeah, there's going to be some issues, or they're going to say, well, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that. Okay, you let them go. They ain't stopping you either. You got to think about what your mission is, what you trying to do, how you look and everything. You want to be, as a man, every single man watching this wants to focus on being the best version of himself. Not somebody else, not trying to dress like somebody else, not trying to look like somebody else, not trying to be jealous of somebody else. But being the best version of himself, worried about his thing. It was like, nah, he might not be lean like that other guy, but then the other guy might be looking at you like, well, damn, he wish he had that bulk on him. Seriously. You know? Like, I'm not joking when I'm saying you got to be self-centered to a great degree. You got to love yourself. Like I always say, your main relationship is what you notice. Anyway, your main relationship is always with yourself. So that means you got to take care of yourself. You got to love yourself. Like, there's too many guys out here with low self-esteem. Like, I was talking about low self-esteem women, but, I mean, there's a whole lot of guys with low self-esteem. They feel like, well, they ain't this height, or their jawline ain't this square. It was like, hey, whatever. You are who you are. You are who you are. You don't know how that's going to benefit you in the long run. You know? You don't know how that's going to benefit you. Now, what's that going to do for your mission? You know? You don't know what that's going to do or where that's going to go. You got to be worried about, all right, this is what's benefiting me. This is what I can do. This is what I'm going to do. Like every man need to have some idea what he wants to do in life. And if you want to know what your mission is, you can't ask me. Don't come on here asking me. You know yourself. You know what you're good at. You know what you want to do. I say, as long as it don't violate a law, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. You know? Or you trying to make money doing certain things and stuff. Legal things, right? Go ahead and do it. You got to work hard. You know? Being jealous of that next man ain't helping. What's that helping you? He making his money, but you not? How's that helping? He's living his life, but you not? You know? Because you got some men out here, they actually hating on another man doing his thing. I'm like, for what? That man don't know you. What you doing? What you accomplishing with your life? And that's how it always has to be. What you gonna do? And that goes beyond getting women. Like I said, women are actually easy if you really think about it. Well, even with that, you got to think, okay, what is it like getting women? Because I know some guys, they going to come on here, you got guys always saying, well, women don't like them. It's like, well, hold up. How you know women don't like you? Because one thing I've seen in life, I've seen guys over the decades talking about some women don't like them or this or that, and then find out, just being in circles, just talking to the women, there's some women always checking them out. Some decent women checking them out. You know? Some decent women always checking a guy out. You don't know what a woman like, because remember, and I've said that too, different women like different things. You know? But only way you gonna find out which women like you, first you gotta be your best version. You gotta be your best version, and then just be open to the women coming your way. Because look, if you don't feel good about yourself, if you don't have that main relationship with yourself, well, you know what? You ain't gonna get any women who like you. Why should a woman love you? No. Why should a woman love you and you don't love yourself? Yeah, somebody just hit me up. Anyway, seriously. How should a woman love you, but you don't love yourself? See, you gotta love yourself, and it's not just in the woman part, that's just the commercial to the main program. Because I'm gonna tell you what, you gotta think, all right, where are you living, what you doing in life, enjoying what you're doing in life. You got to think about all those things as a man. And you don't waste your time worrying about that next man. Don't waste your time. Even the men you admire, you can say, okay, they did all that. Let me do some stuff. I got to catch up. You know? Say to yourself, I got to catch up. I got to do my thing. And then, you know, because there's probably be somebody look at you and say, oh, okay, they doing their thing. They got to do this. Like, I've had some guys, they say they will try to imitate how I talked or whatever. I was like, you can't do that. And I'm going to emphasize that. You can't do that because you're a different person. The only way you can imitate me is you have to look like me, sound like me, and have the same exact life circumstances. Every man is different. You know, every man is his own world. Every man really needs to work to be sovereign, needs to be the God of his own world. No matter what. No matter what. So that's what you have to think about. That's what you have to think about. Because I see too much of that. I see too many men, they don't feel good about themselves, got low self-esteem, all because they don't look like somebody, or they hating on somebody. I'm like, for what? Is that putting money in your pocket? Is that getting you laid? Is that helping you to live where you want to live? Is that helping your mission in life? And unfortunately, if I was just talking about younger men, that'd be somebody. There's some men in their 30s and 40s still don't know what's up. I remember a while ago, there was a man, he said he was in his late 40s. He asking me what he should be doing. I'm like, you in your late 40s, you should have some idea. I told him, I said, I don't know you. How can I tell you what you're supposed to be doing? I don't know you from Jack. I don't know anything about you. Now, it's different if it's somebody I grew up around or something. And even then, I can give them some ideas, but at the end of the day, you know, that person had to find out for themselves, and that's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta be. got to figure out what you going to do, where you going to go, how you going to be. Bump all that other stuff. Shit. You know, and I want y'all to really think about that. I want y'all to think about this. Let's go beyond getting some woman. Because really, women, I'm going to tell you something with women. Women really attracted to who the man is overall. Even if they don't, even if you don't think so. More than just his looks or whatever. His superficial stuff. Ultimately, they're attracted to the man who he is, what he's doing. Stuff you ain't even thinking about. But in order for you to not even think about it, you need to be doing it. You need to decide, hey, look, this is how you gonna live. This is what you gonna do. I'll use myself for an example again. My main thing is actually writing. And I noticed the women I clicked with ever since I started writing, the women I clicked with the best were writers too. They were either writers or supportive of writers. You know? They were either writers or supportive of writers. But I wouldn't have got there or met them or have two big burly sons if I hadn't just gone for what it was inside of me. You know, it was just being that writer. Wasn't worried about the next one. So I want y'all to think about that, alright? I want y'all to think about that. It is what it is. Let me go over here and park. Anyway, right? That's all I got for now. That's all I got for now, y'all. I want y'all to really think about that. The men watching this, man, it's all about you. It's your world, all right? It's your world. You got to think about what you're trying to do, all right? Now, I'll let y'all. Peace.